Alright guys, welcome back with me with another YouTube video. So today I'll talking about 10 devil fruits that can bypass Haki. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy seeing this anime reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button, and if you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future anime videos. Haki is a mysterious power that allows the user to utilize their own spiritual energy for various purposes. It can be used to sense people's spiritual energy and predict their actions, give the user a protective coating of spiritual energy, and, for a certain group of chosen ones, overpower the willpower of others. All living beings in the world are capable of learning Haki, however, most people do not notice it or fail to awaken it. Armament Haki is a form of Haki that allows the user to use their own spiritual energy to create, in essence, an invisible armor around themselves, providing incredible offensive and defensive capabilities. Notably, this form of Haki can be used to injure devil fruit users that are otherwise immune to ordinary physical attacks, such as Logia users. In Wano country, armament is known as Ryuo, founded on the concept of inner flow. But what I want to discuss here are some devil fruits that can bypass armament Haki. So, here's the 10 devil fruits that can bypass armament Haki in one piece. Yami Nomi. The Yami Nomi is a Logia-type devil fruit that allows the user to create and control darkness at will, making the user a darkness human. It was eaten by Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard. The most unique and frightening advantage of the fruit is that the user also has the ability to nullify the powers of other devil fruits by simply touching the user and draining them of their abilities. All types of devil fruit, be it a paramecia, zone or logia, are affected by this, though logias are most affected as they can no longer become intangible by transforming into their respective element. His nullification of devil fruit powers truly seems absolute, as though the devil fruit users had never gained their powers at all. It can also bypass armament Haki, as seen when Blackbeard fought Ace. Soru Nomi. The Soru Nomi is a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows the user to freely interact with and manipulate souls. It was eaten by Carmel, but the ability was later transferred to the Yonko Charlotte Linlin after Carmel's death. The fruit's power of soul manipulation, as demonstrated by Big Mom, consists of drawing out and manifesting fragments of human souls into a spectral, light-colored, but for the user, tangible substance, which the user extracts by grabbing at the substance when it begins surrounding the body and pulling it out. This effectively steals from a target's very lifespan, the amount of which being determined by the user, shown to be up to and possibly beyond decades at once and down to the second if desired. Thus, if they lose too many years at once, victims may be killed instantaneously. Haki can't prevent the effects of this power, though the target of the soul extraction must be at least somewhat afraid of the user or afraid of death itself in order for the user to take their lifespan. If the target is not afraid of Big Mom or death in the slightest, her powers will have no effect on them. Maro Nomi. The Maro Nomi is a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows a range of attacks which use emotions of lust or perversion to transform opponents into stone. It was eaten by the Shichibukai Boa Hancock. Haki can't prevent the effects of this power. While the fruit's powers use the focused lust of a user's victim to fuel the petrification, if the intended targets have no sense of lust or cannot see her, such as being blind, then the powers are nullified. Zushinomi. Fujitora ate the Zushinomi, a paramecia-type devil fruit that grants him the ability to manipulate gravity around a chosen location at will by sending gravitational forces. It can also bypass Haki, as it was used against Zoro, who tried to escape the gravity using Haki, but it didn't work. It seems that Fujitora's gravity powers can be disrupted by attacking Isho himself. This is shown outside the Colosseum when Isho and Doflamingo confronted an injured Law. Kinemon and Zoro used a projectile slash to interrupt Isho, enabling Zoro to escape from Isho's gravitational pin. Horo Nomi. The Horo Nomi is a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows the user to produce ghosts, making the user a ghost human. It was eaten by Perona and allows her to conjure ghosts with the power to drain the morale and self-esteem of anyone they touch. Haki can't prevent the effects of this power. Though the power of the negative hollows is seemingly impossible to overcome or resist no matter how hardened one's spirit is, it cannot affect anyone who is originally pessimistic about themselves. This was demonstrated when several of Perona's negative hollows passed through Usopp, who, due to being pessimistic about his own abilities, was completely unaffected by them. Hobi Nomi. The Hobi Nomi is a Paramecia-class devil fruit that allows the user to transform living people into toys by touching them and erase memories of their existence from others. It was eaten by sugar. Not even armament haki can contrast this power. Jewelry Bani Devil Fruit. Jewelry Bani exhibits unexplained abilities that appear to come from a Paramecia-type devil fruit that involves age manipulation. She can alter the ages of herself and others, rapidly aging her intended targets into their senior years or regressing them into small children. Just like the Hobi Nomi, Bani's devil fruit can bypass haki. Openomi. The devil fruit called Openomi is one of the strongest devil fruits, and the person who has eaten the devil fruit is Trafalgar Law. Because he has eaten the devil fruit, Law has the ability where he can manipulate whatever is in it. What does that mean? His terrifying example is that he can cut everything in the room, even if a target is coated in haki. Baribarinomi. Bartolomeo ate the Baribarinomi, a Paramecia-type devil fruit which allows him to create a protective barrier by crossing his fingers. His barriers are seemingly indestructible, as attacks from powerful individuals such as Hack, Bellamy, and Gladius had no effect. Even Elisabello, King Punch, which can demolish an entire fortress, could not damage the barrier. Bartolomeo can only sustain one barrier at a time. His barriers are far from being restricted to defense, as he can utilize them in various versatile ways. The shield can also be used for offensive purposes by launching it forward, pushing his enemy away or crushing them between the barrier and some other structure on the enemy's opposite side. Another offensive utilization is that he can surround his fist with a barrier, strengthening his punch. Bartolomeo can also morph his barrier into solid constructs, such as stairs which people can stand on, making this fruit useful for getting to hard-to-reach places. Tokitoki Nomi. The Tokitoki Nomi is a Paramecia-type devil fruit that allows the user to send themselves and others forward in time. It was eaten by Kazuki Toki, but with her death, the fruit has returned into circulation. So far, the only strength of the fruit is the user's ability to transport themselves or others out of dangerous situations by moving into the future. The user is also apparently able to decide the specific amount of time skipped for each trip. It is impossible to travel into the past, meaning that all trips forward in time are irreversible. Otherwise, the user is affected by the standard devil fruit weaknesses. And of course this devil fruit is immune to armament haki attacks.